Virgo, welcome to your Astro Reels. It's my pleasure to read for you, and you know that. If you know me, you know I love reading. Oh my god, and energy healing, super fun. If you watch these videos, then you know that you don't actually have to have any significant Virgoan placements for this reading to be for you. Also, you don't have to be watching at the time that this reading is published for it to have messages for you. If it's here, then chances are there's something that you can benefit from. If you'd like to work together in any capacity here, you can go ahead, check out my Etsy page and see whatever services we offer. We actually do quite a bit. So anyway, let's jump in. So Virgo, what I'm getting here is that it almost feels like you've been doing some really great due diligence. I feel like you've been going along your path. I see the Knight of Coins here, the Knight of Pentacles, signifying you doing what you gotta do. Just doing what you gotta do. And honestly, if you're a Virgo, you're pretty much always doing what you gotta do. And it's just interesting because as I feel into the Virgo energies, this is not to say that there aren't some bad egg Virgos out there, because they're bad egg people in general. I mean, and you can be a good egg in some parts of your life and then a total bad egg in other parts. So we all love eggs, God bless. But it's almost like among the earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, as I'm feeling into it, it just kind of feels like you're the one that kind of stays the course. You've got good staying power, and you've got probably more than the other two, just energetically as I'm feeling it, of a chance to, or like a less of a likelihood to kind of steer into pathways that are not good for you. Like, not to say the dark side or something, because again, I mean, all kinds, right? All kinds of people are in all kinds of signs, but it just feels like that, right? And it would probably be something like, and the rationale is, well, ain't nobody got time for that. I don't have time to be screwing up and stuff. Let me just do what I have to do, and that's it. Right? But that being said, I do want to let you know that your steadfastness and your due diligence, 2 minutes, 22 seconds, seems to be paying off here, because we see the Knight of Coins and you getting into Queen of Coins. But I do want to let you know that I do see this snake here. And at the same time, I see the Knight of Coins not galloping in straight forward, but also like kind of tipping in, like going downward. And then even the Queen of Coins is crooked. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, energetically speaking, there's an area of your life or something that's going on in your life. It could be as broad as a principle of belief that you're carrying, or it could be literally a project that you're working on. This is showing me that something is taking a little bit of a wrong turn here. Now, does this mean that you're not yielding? No, you're still yielding, because you're putting in the effort and you're yielding, but we're looking for quality. So it's almost like you're making this cake, right? And ingredients that you put in, if you have low quality ingredients, you're going to have a low quality turnout. If you have high quality ingredients, you're going to have a high quality turnout. And so this is a little bit of a heads up to you that it may be time for you to reassess the way that you are going about your business. So some of you may actually have a business, and this is a call to do some further research into something, maybe to redefine your principles. So I'm seeing a little bit of a nod to maybe some integrity. Maybe you can update some terms of service. Maybe it's time to weed out doing business with certain people, or just something here that's happening that you're being asked to reconsider something. Now, and the reason why I'm saying this is it's showing as a kink in I'm hearing relationships, yeah, but it's also showing as a kink in how you operate. So let's say you have a certain operations manual. I'm just using the example of business, or a certain modus operandi, way of operating. Or it could be it doesn't have to be business. It could be about how you relate to people in general. It could be about how you approach this is just another example, how you approach, can't even say it, the way that you handle your property. If you have a house or property, and people may be organized in how they keep the house up, whatever is going on, there's a system in place that is getting you tripped up here. All right, you may be well-meaning, but this is the call to take a look at it. And interestingly, we have the queen. Look at this: the Knight of Coins, Queen of Coins, Page of Cups, Queen of Cups. So the good thing about seeing this Page of Cups also coming to let you know, hey, we gotta change something here, is that it's just a page. So I'm getting, and this is the good thing, that it's actually not going to be too crazy of a fix. But whatever it is, if you don't fix it, it's going to contribute to stagnation in your life. And I'm not necessarily getting that it's going to eventually go to like decline or something like that, but I wouldn't be surprised if your feet were on fire for a bit, because the point is, right now, let's say if there's just something that they want you to clean up a little bit, or to know ahead of time in how you approach certain people, or how you do business, or how you go about your managing your life, and they're like, hey, but this is going to be a quick fix, but we do want you to take a look at it and say your prayers. Always say your prayers, set your intentions, call Spirit, the Holy Spirit, in to make sure that everything that you do is in accordance with the highest principles, right? And I'm being told that this is not even asking you to walk away from somebody or something. It's just about taking a look at something that is going on in the way that you're operating. They're saying also that this could, at its simplest, be, let's say, for example, that you own a business and that you are hoping to make returns on it, but the way you're operating it, unbeknownst to you, is actually counterproductive to you making money, for example. So this could be something that they're trying to say. And if you are in a moment of stagnation because of an operational issue that you haven't diagnosed, you may start to feel antsy. You may start to be like, oh, this is never going to work. Why am I doing this? Or this relationship with this person, this friend, family, romantic relationship, coworker, whatever, is not going to work. Why don't I get rid of the whole thing altogether? But Spirit is saying, no, we're not actually asking you to throw out the cake batter. We're asking you to put berries in your cake. Cute. What if it's just a matter of you missing missing something that overlooking something that if you saw it and incorporated it into your lifestyle, it could be something as simple as, hey, you need more nutrition. If you get more nutrition, like if you eat these berries, or if you drink this tea, or just whatever, then you're going to be operating better, and it's going to generate life into all of the other aspects that you have going on in your life. Spirit is saying that's what this is about. This is not about losing a business venture or worrying over nothing. That's so strong, they're saying it. Because they're talking to me too. You guys know my middle name is Worry, pretty much. Sorry. Right? So as confident as I sound sometimes, people tell me I'm in here like a worried mess sometimes. Virgos, right? We worry. Virgo rising. But the guides are like, no, it's about taking into consideration something that you haven't been doing. And they're saying the way that you can find this out is look to the skies. Think about it. How many times do people look up into the sky? You may be like, I look up. Yeah, maybe you look up when there's like a sunset or a sunrise, or if you hear a plane overhead, or if you trip and fall and now you just must look up because you're on your back. Who knows? But how many of you, especially if you live in the cities, do you ever take time to actually just stop and look up? Do you? Do you really? Do you even cloud watch? And when you're watching TV and like you're watching a show, and let's say a guard is coming in and they're monitoring the area, and they're looking around because they thought they heard something, but they don't look up. If they looked up, they'd see the assailant or the spy or just the whatever, or the star of the show hanging from the rafters. The problem is people don't look up. So Spirit is saying, they're so funny. I love this saying. They're saying, do you know how many answers are literally just projected onto the sky? And people could put answers there, bank accounts, everything there in the sky, and all you have to do is look up, and people would never find the answer because they're not even looking up. So I remember when I was going through a really tough time when I was in school, and my guides, I remember they would tell me, whenever you start feeling a certain type of way, just look up. And I was like, okay, I gotta love these cognitive tools. You have therapists on your medical team, by the way. You have surgeons, therapists, energy healers, all sorts, and beings on your medical team that do modalities, healing modalities that don't even exist on this planet. So please understand that if you have anything going on with you, you have everybody around you. So again, not to prove their point, but look up. And the guides were saying the simple point of looking up, if you're keeping it at its most basic, is that it gets you to remember that there's something out there assisting you. It gets you to take a pause from what you're doing and to look up and change your mindset altogether. It's a cognitive tool. And they're saying that when you do that simple motion, it literally in your energetic space creates an opening for them to get information into you. Otherwise, if you're so occupied with fear and all of this, you're literally creating an energetic blockage. And as an energy healer, you guys know, I keep saying I need to talk about more of what we do, the team and I, when we do these things, because it's so helpful, right? But when I'm working in someone's field, sometimes the shell around their head is so hard that it's like rock candy, right? And I remember I was clearing somebody. It's an ex. No names. No names. Clearing this guy's head area because he had a lot of sinus issues and stuff. But anyway, and also asthma and such. And it was like hard brown rock candy almost, or it was, obviously it wasn't sweet candy, but around his head. And to get in, I had to literally break it. And to create an opening. Sometimes people don't realize that they're so barricaded, and this is what it means to be too rigid in your thoughts. And so that's why, if you follow this channel, God bless you and thank you for following, the guides always say make ideological flexibility a part of your mainstream ideology policy, because the flexibility in your ideology is what will allow you to enter into certain ideas and stuff, to think about it, and then to let yourself out of it, so that you don't become bigoted or biased or prejudiced or all of this in any specific thought area of your life. It's very, very important. So speaking of, oh my God, stop, she's looking up, how cute, super cute. Oh my God, can you imagine getting to hug that little lamb? Oh my God, that must be so divine. Anyway, so Spirit is saying when you get into this frame of mind, it's important to look up. And they're showing her little ponytail, actually it's a long ponytail, kind of dipping into the water. They're saying that if you're not careful, and here's the next card, the Five of Cups, is the grief card, with her literally standing in the water. And her foot's in the water on the star card too. If you're not careful, your energies will take a dive, will take a dip, so to speak. I'm sure someone's laughing on the team, like, I made that joke. Right? But take a dip. And also, what if something comes up from the water and just from your psyche, your emotions, your subconscious, and just pulls your ponytail and boop, now you're looking down, right? So pick up your hair, look up as needed, stand up and look up and move about your space, because if you're not careful, long story short, you are going to allow yourself to drown in, let's say, mishandling. So remember, the whole point of this video that they're saying, the whole point of this call today is to let you know that, hey, great job on doing your due diligence and taking your steps, but there's something in the way that you're operating right now in some area of your life. Some of you may already know right away what it is. If you don't, just ask your spirit team. They're watching you watch this video. They're actually watching me make this video for you, and so is your spirit. So you're double seeing this. So just ask for assistance and they will show you. But something in your operations is obstructing your ability to for some of you, it's to have revenue. For some of you, it's to have headway, meaningful headway. Whatever it is, it's a small change. So they're going to bring something to your attention. And when you see it, make sure. This could also be a stitch in time saves 9 situation, meaning something down the road, to avoid something down the road, take control of something now. So stitch in time meaning the now saves 9, so you don't have to go back 9 stitches to get that 1 stitch fixed again, right? So please heed this call, and you know where to find me. Bye.